Hi, this is Tyrone and welcome to another edition of The Agent. This week's episode is titled The Joy of Vogue. Each model has something that they may or may not like about themselves. Two of the most famous supermodels with recognizable features are Linda Evangelista's nose and Cindy Crawford's mole. Yet both supermodels made it work to their advantage by embracing theirs. But what happens if you have something that you hate so much that you try to cover it instead of embracing it? Or what do you do when a model refuses to smile because they hate their smile? For 2 years, I tried to get a beautiful model to be booked with one of my clients without success. Each time I did a casting, I would call him in, take the digitals, and send to the client. But each time, the client would reject him. I knew the problem was his smile. Each time I would tell him to smile in the photos, his response would always be the same: I don't like to smile. He was not proud of his smile. I needed to find a way to get him booked for a specific job I was casting for that I knew he was right for, but afraid he would not get it. So I tried a new tactic. I asked his agent to have him come to the casting an hour earlier before the rest of the models. While talking to him, I aimed the camera at his face, hoping to get as many natural smiling shots as possible, but they were all horrible. I knew from those photos he would not get the job. After about half an hour taking shots after shots without success, I finally said, "Are you trying to tell me that you would not smile for $5,000 a day?" He said, "What? How much?" Then the biggest smile came on his face. Thankfully, in that moment, I captured some of the best shots of him smiling, actually laughing, which were beautiful. I knew then he would get the job. I told him, when you're at a casting or booking and know how much money they're paying you, just keep laughing all the way to the bank. As you guessed, he got the booking. He not only made $5,000 for the day for the shoot, but a few weeks later, that same client booked him again for $20,000 a day, followed by multiple shoots in which, guess what? They became one of his greatest clients for many years to come. As David Wilkinson wrote, the fact is, you can have something very valuable and not know it. You will not enjoy what you have because you do not understand how valuable it is. So many historic men had issues, things that bothered them, but they went on to use it to their advantage and gain notoriety. We think of Moses, who had a stammer and tried to use it as an excuse to get out of a booking. Sounds like some of my models, former models. A booking to go to Egypt, a great location shoot, one would say, but you see, Moses was not interested in going to Egypt because 40 years prior, he ran from there. So when God, the greatest agent ever lived, called him to go back there to tell Pharaoh to let my people go, he told God that he wasn't good at speaking, as if God didn't know that. But he went on the booking, and we know how that ended, how God used him to free a nation from slavery. Think of the amount of money that model would have made if 2 years prior he had let go of his fear of smiling. Doesn't matter now, because from that moment on, he learnt the joy of Vogue and the reward it brings. What are some of the things you may be thinking in your mind that's an impediment that actually could be your greatest asset? Remember, we're all perfectly made in the sight of God. Now let's smile a lot more, laugh a bit more, dream more dreams, and dance like David danced, or sing like David sang to the Lord. Then who knows what greater blessings of opportunities may open just for you, or whose lives you may change with a smile. Until next week, Shabbat Shalom. God bless you. Have a great weekend. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.